cold side, but not on the real cold side that would interfere with the play of this game.
Well, that's easy for us to say, Don. We've got a heater right at our feet, thanks to Mr. Johnson up here, and it's right toasty.
Still waiting for Whitesburg to come out as Corbin is ready for that kickoff. We want to thank you for being with us throughout this 1989 football season for replays right here on Channel 19 Southern Cablevision. This is our 11th game this year. We're hoping we can put about 3 more on after this, and should we be doing that, we'll be talking from Louisville.
That's true, Don, and you know, the fact of the matter is we have a relatively good opportunity to reach that point. Perhaps 2 very difficult games along the way, and I've noticed that the Redhounds have chosen to lay the ball flat on the field for their opening kickoff, and I don't know that Whitesburg evidently must have a very good return man.
Obviously, they scouted them and think this is the kind of kick that we should use to start tonight's football game as Brad Rucker approaches it. Ooh, that'll be hard to handle. Let's see. Bouncing and finally taken there by Junior Holland. Holland cutting upfield across the 20 and makes it up to about the 28-yard line.
And pretty good coverage downfield on Trey Pennington, Tim French, 63, Todd Abney, all in on the tackle, and the Redhounds got down and covered it very well.
So Whitesburg will start their offensive drive from their own 28-yard line as our football game is underway.
I think we've got everybody back and pretty healthy for this evening's encounter, too, Don.
The quarterback is number 11, Lenny Bates. He's a 6'1", 163-pound sophomore. Lines him up with the end split wide to the left side, and will try to his tailback on the very first play, Kevin Collins. And Collins bounces across the 30 to about the 31, got just about 3 yards.
Yeah, 2-3 yards. And Corey Reeves, Tim French, Ted Engel, Mervo Grigsby, all in on the tackle.
In that backfield for Whitesburg, number 26 is Richard Boggs, a 5'11 senior. And number 30 is Owen Gibson. He is a 5'11 junior. And the wide out to the left side right now is Fred Thomas, a 5'11 junior. So here we go. 2nd down and 7 for the first down. As Holland will deal it off this time. Good running play up the field. I think that was Junior Holland that got the handoff. Let's see. Lenny Bates, the quarterback. It was Junior Holland. He's a 6', 175-pound junior, has taken the ball up across the 41. And it's going to be just shy of a first down. Pardon me, up across the 36-yard line. So 3rd down, a couple of yards to go for the first down now for Whitesburg. And they're going to get it as they plow right up to near the 40-yard line.
And they open in somewhat of a conservative offense that really behooves the team that's an underdog to keep things as simple as possible as long as they're able to move the football while doing so. And our Redhounds seem to be alternating, flip-flopping their defensive ends. We're moving Shannon Farmer and Ted Engel from end to end as they flip-flop, seems like right before the snap. And we've got Tim French moved in to play a defensive tackle now.
Whitesburg has moved for the first down from the 28 up to the 39, the first down of the football game. And the wide pitch this time will go to Holland. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss.
And the initial contact was made by Mervo Grigsby, and Mervo, showing some of that quickness on defense, comes up from his strong safety position and makes the tackle.
The ball carrier, number 7, Junior Holland, loses 2 yards back to the 37-yard line, and so Whitesburg will have its 2nd and 12. Just getting underway tonight from Campbell Field in Corbin. It's playoff time. So the Redhounds entertain Whitesburg. They'll have wideouts both ways and a slot man to the right side on the 2nd down and 12. Back to throw is Bates. Bates looking, lofts it down there. Will he get his man? No. Just over his fingertips, and that was a close call.
It certainly was, and a well-thrown pass that went off the fingertips of the receiver, who had actually gained perhaps a step on our defensive back, Mark Interlot. And they don't very many do that, but he got out there, and the ball just went off his fingertips. Could have been a very big gain and a very big pickup play for Whitesburg.
86 is Danny Adams, the intended receiver, a 6', 167-pound senior. But now it's going to be 3rd down and 12. And once again, the wideout will come to the left side. And offside. That neutral zone got it.
Yeah, but that's still going to leave it 3rd and long, and they're still in a passing situation.
A 5-yard penalty would put the ball up to the 42-yard line. And so it will be, as you said, Bill, 3rd and long still, almost to the 43. So that was a generous step off there from the 37 up to the 43-yard line. And Whitesburg now will be looking at 3rd down and a long 6 for the 1st down. Again, they show us wideouts both ways. As Bates gives us the call, and jumping off sides, the right tackle. Now, I'm not sure whether Corbin moved in there also. We'll wait to see what happened there.
Well, there's a possibility, but I believe the right tackle was the one that is going to be the culprit on this play.
So that will put the ball back where it was, or close to where it was at least, with a 5-yard penalty for offsides. And we're back to a situation of what should be 3rd down and 12 for the 1st down.
And perhaps both teams are just a little bit anxious in a playoff game like this, and a little bit antsy, and they're jumping across that line.
So in the backfield, behind the quarterback Bates, is Holland and Gibson. He fakes, he's back. He's looking. Bates lets her go. Hinderlight slips down, and he was going for the interception and slipped into the player.
I think that's exactly what happened, Don. I think you described that very aptly. He did slip, and he fell into the player, perhaps knocked the player from catching the football, and that'll be an automatic 1st down on an interference call.
Oh, that could be why he slipped. He could have been tripped. We couldn't see it from this distance. But we understand the penalty was thrown against Whitesburg.
Well, I was watching. I didn't see any contact before Mark fell, but evidently he may have pushed Mark forward and indicated the interference there.
Well,
yeah, it's against Whitesburg, and it's 4th down.
Well, they're going to decline that one, leave it where it is at the 43-yard line. And so Whitesburg now will be in punt formation. They're changing the units right now. Corbin will drop back. Number 10, Mark Hinderlight. And number 7, Brent Kennedy. 2 very dangerous deep men.
Certainly, both of them, and either are a threat to go at any time on a punt return.
So the snap back, and here's the kick out of there. It's low, will be covered by Whitesburg. Good bounce, though, to Hinderlight. Hinderlight slipping free from a couple, does get it back up to the 35-yard line, where Corbin will take over
for our first series of offensive downs. And, you know, Don, talking about the tandem that was back to receive that punt, if we think back to that 1957 team that was inducted into the Hall of Fame weekend before last, they had a tremendous tandem returning punts for touchdowns, and that was Tony Lanham and Harold Query. I don't know if you recall that, but they were tremendous at returning punts.
Corbin will start actually from the 34-yard line with a full house backfield. Gilmore, the quarterback, has both ends in tight, and the pitch goes to Kennedy. Good wall of blockers out there. Can he get by? He's still driving, and gets all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And the Kennedy man just continues to get better every week, and he not only now shows that blazing speed once he's able to get to the outside and get a step on the defense, but he also now exhibits that strength and that power that picks up the extra yardage and the big 1st down on the first running play of the game for the Red Hounds.
He got 11 yards on that play, and Corbin has his 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Same formation as a moment ago. And the handoff this time will be, it looks like
Tony
Jackson.
I believe it's Tony Hoover. No, it was Jackson. Yes, it was.
Number 22, Darren Jackson, 5'7", 178-pound junior.
And Darren picks up a very good yardage, picks up a good 5 yards there and make it 2nd and 5, and a real good, hard, twisting, turning run by Darren Jackson.
He was on the injury list, you remember, when we last played against Middlesboro, but he's back in there and turns in a fine run on his 1st carry. And also back in there is number 33, Mervo Grigsby, lined up to the right side in that backfield. Now it will be Kennedy's turn. Here he goes.
He's
They go.
gone.
He's trying to outrun the defenders. Down the right side at the 20, to the 10, holds up, goes down inside the 10-yard line.
Beautiful run by Brent. I think he may not have realized how fast he was, though, because I believe if he'd have just turned that head down, he might have got into the edge of the end zone. But he made a beautiful run, and he absolutely outran people that had angles on him, and very seldom will they come up and stop him that short of the goal line. Great run by Brent Kennedy.
At the 7-yard line, I believe it's where the ball has been placed. So that would be a run of 43 yards by Kennedy. Corbin's second first down of the game, and they're threatening here on their first offensive possession. Gilmore gives. Jackson cuts left. He's
Touchdown.
in. Ooh, watch him zoom in for that touchdown, and Corbin has taken the lead.
And, Don, there was a hole in the middle of that line that was as wide as the goalpost. They really ran the ball up the middle, and there was just no one touched Darren Jackson as he went in for touchdown from 6 yards out. No one touched him.
No, you could see that hole developing from up here in the press box, and he just followed it. They opened it up, and now the try for the point after touchdown by Rucker. Hinderlight holding. The kick is up and good, and Corbin, with 7 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the opening period, has taken the lead. With timeout, the score is Corbin 7, Whitesburg nothing. It might have seemed like longer than that, but it took only 4 plays to go the 66 yards.
And they just really looked dominating on that particular drive. And sometimes we tend to be the kind of team that might let up just a little bit after we get an easy touchdown.
Build the ball flat. Look at that. Boy, he gets a zoomer, though. It's a floater downfield. Holland waiting, got it. Now he runs upfield, had a little hole develop for him, but it closes up around the 35.
A real fine tackle by Brent Jackson, Don. As he got down there, hit the man low. Of course, Brent's not tall enough to hit him high, so he hit him low and really took his feet out from under him. A real fine lick by Brent Jackson.
One of the most sure tackles on the Red Hound squad is number 5, Brent Jackson.
If we've got to have this one player between their player and the goal line, I'll take Brent every time.
He's a 137-pound senior, plays much bigger. Here we go. Whitesburg with the ball now, up at their 37-yard line for their second offensive series. And as they did on the first play of the ball game, they get short yardage by John Combs was the ball carrier.
He was upended by Corey Reeves and Tim French as they came in and really pretty good lick on him and held him to short yardage. Whitesburg, if they want to stay effective in this game, they're going to need to put some points on the board during this drive. If they don't, the Red Hounds might very well put them away early.
Pardon me, there's a 35 now. They were starting the drive at the 32. And so on 2nd and 7, just enough of the quarterback to rip him down. Who was that?
That was Shannon Farmer, and Shannon was on the football also. I talked with Shannon this afternoon. I picked my daughter up at school and ran into Shannon Farmer, and he was telling me he was ready to play a big game, and I believe he is.
I thought that Jonathan Wells reached in to grab part of that jersey. I wasn't really sure who it was, but I thought Jonathan Wells, number 60, might have been part of that.
He very well could have. Jonathan is so quick, he gets in there before you can bat an eye.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10, the ball back at the 32-yard line. As Bates steps, looks over the middle. Oh, Hinderlight.
Oh, boy, Mark would have had one there. He had 6 points in his eyes that time. You know, Don, we've done a lot of revamping in our defensive line. We've moved Garrett Cranes to a nose guard. We've moved Tim French to a tackle. We've moved Jonathan Wells to a tackle. We've got Ted Ingle still playing an end, and we've moved Shannon Farmer from a nose guard to a tackle. So we've done a great deal of revamping on that defensive line.
The defense had given up a lot of points, and so they had to shore up, and maybe that's it. Almost a block. Maybe they got part of it. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that Derek Raines may have got part of that. The ball, I heard a slap of leather as he went through there, and if it hadn't have been the ball, it would have had to have been the kicker, and they didn't throw a flag, so he must have got part of the ball.
Red Hounds are going to have great field position on that 18-yard punt. They'll have it at midfield now for their second offensive series. A moment ago, it took them 4 plays to go 66 yards with the big play, of course, Brent Kennedy running about 44 of that on one run. Now, we're going to have number 14 into the lineup, Hickman. He's the speedster, been playing more and more as of late now. He's number 14 to the left side. He'll get the pitch. They'll throw that wall in front of him, trying to cut the corner, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pretty well diagnosed, Don, and another thing is I'm not sure that Hickman cut the ball up quite as quickly as he should have. He's relatively inexperienced for a senior. He hasn't played a great deal of football. Is he a junior?
Junior,
yeah.
We just found that out the other day.
Okay, well that's great. This kid has a world of potential with the speed and quickness that he has, and the more experience he gets, the better he's going to be able to perform out there. And certainly it's going to be good to have him around for an extra year.
Well, no gain on that play. He did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from just inside Corbin's 50-yard line. Wide out to the left side is Grigsby. As he gives a counter, and this is Kennedy running for big yardage again. Takes it all the way across the 35-yard line.
This kid is just amazing, and he is just coming on, and the more we give him the football, the better he seems to perform, and he just got that extra quickness. And I'll tell you what, that's what we've needed is that good breakaway back. I think we've got 3 or 4 with that potential, but Kennedy has come to the forefront now.
Well, with the way big number 70, Doral Carpenter, and number 44, Corey Reeves, was leading downfield, really made that play. 16 yards of Corbin first down. Counter. Jackson. This is the other little Jackson. Whammo, he gets hit, but made a good cut and picks up positive yardage.
He certainly does. He made a real nice cut back against the grain there. And once again, we had some good blocking. I'll tell you, we've got a good blocking offensive line in there with Mabe at center and Joel Carpenter and Ted Engel and Corey Reeves and Jonathan Wells and big number 50 that's been playing a lot lately. That's Clayton Southern. That's but listing at 6'11 and a half. No, I guess he's just about 6'1 and a half and 220 pounds. Still not too bad size for a sophomore.
Well,
and Clayton's played a lot of football lately.
They called a timeout with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Whitesburg wants to talk about the defense. Timeout on the score is Corbin 7 and Whitesburg nothing. Behind the 6-yard run of Brent Jackson, it's 2nd down and 4 to go. As it's going to be the quarterback Gilmore running, and Gilmore taken down close to a first down as he gets in near the 25-yard line.
Brian running the option that time picked first down up, and we're moving on deeper into Whitesburg territory behind the massive moves of our offensive line. Just looks like about whoever wants to carry the football is going to gain yardage this evening.
That was a 2-yard pickup. Needed 3 or a little more than that for the first down. Actually needed 4. So he got about 2 of it. It's at the 26-yard line. 3rd down, a couple of yards to go for the first down. Corbin again in that very conservative formation. Mervo Grigsby first time. Oh, there's a free ball. Somebody for Whitesburg. Yeah, they got it. And Gilmore trying to get to him. He can't go. Taken all the way the other way. Whitesburg will be on the board on a fumble picked up by John Combs, number 31. And just like that, this game dramatically takes a turnaround.
Certainly does. That was a big play for Whitesburg, so he needed a pick-me-up. Things were not going very well for him, and this might very well enthuse them and get them to a point where they're ready to play, but I'm sure that it'll fire us up just a little bit, too. I guarantee you the next time they give that ball to Mervo Grigsby, he's going to make something happen.
I thought perhaps Coach Adams was going to jump out and try to recover it, but he couldn't get there in time, and number 31, John Combs, did. He's taken it in from some 60 yards away. And now the try for the point after touchdown. It will be attempted by number 4, Fred Thomas. The kick off to the right. No good. So Corbin still has the lead, but now by just 1. Whitesburg now will be kicking off. Number 52, Elmer Hammond, a 5'11 senior, weighs 187 pounds, has it teed and deep for Corbin will be Hinderlight and Kennedy and Jackson. The kick is off to the left. Hinderlight takes at the 25, at the 30, circling the field to the left side, turning on the jet, trying to get upfield, 35-40, 45 out of bounds near midfield.
I'll tell you this, Mark Hinderlight is as tough as hard-nosed football players you'll find. Once he turned the corner over on the left-hand side of the field, he turned it up, and he was meeting people with his headgear. And I'm telling you, he is one hard-nosed player. fine return. Good speed exhibited by Mark Interlot on that play. And we're already back in nearly as good a position as we were before that fumble occurred. And I think we'll come back and punch one in relatively quick.
He returned the ball up to the 48-yard line, a return of 23 yards where Corbin will have it 1st and 10 on their 3rd offensive possession tonight. Now the deal to Kennedy. Kennedy at midfield. Kennedy keeps the hand down, gets an extra yard to the 49 and a pickup of 4.
Good tough run, good tough inside run, 3-4 yards maybe, about 3 yards. And Brent used to break. He don't know what to think about going down after 3 yards. That might be his lowest run.
He didn't go down at midfield, and that official picks it up and puts it back on that stripe, and he held that one hand down to get that extra yard, and they don't give it to him. So it's a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8. Wide out to the right side is Brent Jackson. Straight up the middle, Kennedy. Kennedy cutting outside. Got him by the leg. Takes him down. He got 5 yards.
But, you know, Don, Whitesburg is really, they're zeroing in on Kennedy now, and they're defending him probably as well as anybody, which I'm used to seeing him rip off 20 and 40 and 60 yards.
Well, he's done that already.
I mean every time.
Every time, all right. He already has, 65 yards or so in the game. We're in the 1st quarter. Corbin leading by 7-6. Brent Jackson again comes wide to the right side as they hoop it up for the Whitesburg team just below it. Gilmore looks and gives. Darren Jackson, he'll run for the 1st down, using his strength to try to bully across that 30-yard line, 35-yard line.
He has 1st down.
He has the 1st down.
He's a fine power runner, Darren is, and he's come back running just as hard as he did before he was injured, and doesn't show any evidence of any injury now, and that's always good to know, because I tell you, he's a tough little runner.
That
tough
was
inside runner.
5 yards to the 40. I failed to see those numbers on the field tonight. It's hard to keep up with it. So 1st down for Corbin at the 40-yard line. The Redhounds had 4 1st down. Kennedy, interference. Here he goes. We'll take that every time. Nice run as he gets it across the 35 and down near the 30-yard line.
And I mean, he was led by a multitude of Redhounds, one of which was Jonathan Wells and Mabe and Carpenter and Ingle. I mean, they were really, it just looked like the whole Corbin student body was just taking him around the right-hand side of the line there, and excellent blocking.
9 yards down to the 31-yard line. So the Redhounds are threatening again inside Whitesburg territory. Gilmore on the counter gives it to Jackson. Darian trying to get out away from number 55, which is Everett Shepard, and he's able to get the Corbin 1st down with another nice run.
Yeah, Darian is a good, tough inside runner. He's going to get your 3, 4, 6, 7 yards up through there. I don't think he quite has the breakaway speed of a Brent Kennedy or Mervo Grigsby, but he does get some good inside yardage, and that was a good big play right there.
22-yard line. He picked up 9 yards, and Corbin's 5th 1st down of the game. Kennedy's turn, trying to cut inside a hole. He'll be slung down. Perhaps that he used some burning speed outside. Might have been able to outrun him, but he stayed in behind his interference.
Well, he did to a certain extent. He might have got just a little wide behind his interference. Tony Hoover made a real good block in on the tackle that time. He turned him in, and had he turned up right when Tony made that block, he might have been able to go a little bit further, too.
He was across the 20-yard line, and so the 1st quarter has come to a close. After one period of playoff football here from Campbell Field in Corbin, the score is Corbin 7, Whitesburg 6. Kennedy took the ball for 3 yards to the 19-yard line, and Corbin has it 2nd and 7 from there. Everybody up very close to the line of scrimmage as they'll give it for the 1st time to Hoover, and Hoover struggled for about 3 more.
Yeah, that was really a very close formation in there. There was probably maybe no more than a step or so from the quarterback to the deepest back, and evidently was designed to be a quick hitter up in there, and Tony picked up maybe 3 yards or so.
They will spot the ball at the 17, so give him 2 on that. And the Redhounds will be looking at 3rd down and 5 for the 1st down. Not a bad size crowd, but really when you get into playoff competition, I think the opponent has to come in with a good reputation also, and Whitesburg did not, having been the runner-up in their division. Here we go on the play. Gilmore cuts up in that hole and will get the first down, I believe, down near the 11-yard line.
And Brian can thank number 60, Jonathan Wells, as he smothered big number 53 from Whitesburg. I don't think he's a linebacker or the right tackle, I'm not sure, but whoever he is, Jonathan Wells just absolutely smothered him on that block and allowed Brian to cut up in there and get some good yardage.
Matter of fact, it's close enough to measure for the first down, and that's what they will be doing right now. As we are in playoff competition now, we want to remind you about some of our fine sponsors. Of course, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company. Pepsi, the choice of every Corbin generation. I want to expand that a little bit. Every Southeastern Kentucky generation, as they distribute throughout the whole big wide area. Pepsi, your host for Corbin Redhound football. So Corbin got the first down. It's at the 11-yard line. That is the 6th first down of the ball game for the Redhounds. And it's Grigsby's turn. Grigsby having a rough time trying to get through a hole there that did not develop, gets it inches from where it was a moment ago.
Yeah, there wasn't very much room for Merlo to get through that hole. They just came through our line and got him back behind the line of scrimmage there for at least at the line of scrimmage for a second and long.
He leaves gingerly to the other side of the field. He's had a lot of problems this year with injuries. So no gain on the play. It's still at the 11-yard line, and Corbin will call timeout right here. So the Redhounds want to talk about a decision that has them second down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Corbin to call the timeout now to take over the situation which has them at the 11-yard line. Same formation as most of the time, as Gilmore is back to throw. Rifles at Corey Reeves. That's a super play and a touchdown.
It sure is a super play, and Corey Reeves was covered very well by the secondary of Whitesburg. He absolutely just took that ball. He took it away from the defensive back, and that's exactly why we ought to go to him more often.
Just about as an authoritative of a pass as Brian has thrown all year. He buzzed it right in there to Corey, and he read it.
And Corey gathered it in, and that's something we ought to do a whole lot more of.
The kick by Rucker is good. So Corbin comes right back after having that fumble go against him a moment ago. They score, and now lead it by 14-6. So once again, Brad Rucker, 5'11", 221-pound junior, number 58, will be kicking off for Corbin. And again, the ball laying flat on the field. He's had some good kickoffs that way tonight. This one may go out of bounds. Let's see. No, it's hitting and rolling. And watch it. Yeah, fair game down there at the 25-yard line. But Whitesburg does get on top of the football. It was number 7, Junior Holland, falling for it.
And just barely ahead of Tim French, who was streaking down the field there and got in on top of the fellow who retrieved the ball for Whitesburg there. And certainly our Redhounds are playing a very solid football game this evening, Don. Other than the one mistake they had there, and that was, I think, can be attributed to a helmet hitting the football. Other than that, we've played a very solid football game.
Number 82, Craig Abernathy, is split wide to the right. They'll try it to the tailback, Holland, and Holland meets a stone wall.
I believe that must be Mr. Corey Reeves. He in on the bottom of that. He has a tendency, and he don't even appreciate being blocked. He has a tendency to make those hits. When you see him zip back like that, you know that Reeves is in there someplace, and he led the charge on that.
A gain of 1. Second down and 9 from the 26-yard line now for Whitesburg. Corbin leading 14-6 here in the first half of this playoff game. Now number 29 comes wide to the right. That is Sean Campbell. They have a slot man to the right also, and back to throw. Bates, the quarterback, will throw. It's a bad pass. Wish it had been just a little bit longer because we'd had a score.
If he'd have been a little bit better passer, we'd have certainly had a score unless Mervo and Reeves had fought over it because they were right there.
Yep.
There's a good pass rush, Don. We had Mabe in there, our offensive center that was in there, and Derek Raines was in there and putting the pressure. And I believe Shannon Farmer on the other side were putting the pressure on the quarterback, and that really really makes them throw in a hurry, and when they do that, they're subject to make mistakes.
They have the wide out to the right and left again now. This will be a 3rd down and 9 play from the 26-yard line. Bates calls. He's back to throw, looking, and he'll let her go. Lofted the ball up. It's sailing. Knocked down by Brent Jackson.
Yeah, Brent had perfect position and was accompanied by Brett Kennedy in the coverage there. They really had very little opportunity to complete that ball.
It was intended for number 86, Danny Adams. So now, from the 26-yard line, Whitesburg will have to go with 4th and 9, and will be punting again. The twin deep for Corbin will be Hinderlight and Kennedy.
They're not back very deep. Evidently, he doesn't punt it a real long ways from the scouting reports.
Danny Adams will kick it. Kind of high, won't get a lot of distance. According to the roll, fair catch, no roll, because Kennedy gets under it, counts on it inside Whitesburg territory at the 49-yard line.
And evidence of good scouting, as we could very possibly have not known that the fellow didn't kick the ball that far and had the ball roll on us another 20 yards, but due to the good scouting that we had, scouting report, Kennedy was there to make the fair kick.
Corbin has had good offense all year long. They've been very good in this game. The one mistake cost them a touchdown, but 2 of the 3 times they've had the football thus far, they've scored. And
who's their tailback, Mr. Eastep?
Uh-oh. Let's see what happens here. Number 44, run that ball. And a flag down speared him a little bit after Corey Reeves has taken the ball downfield 4 yards, and 15 will be tacked onto it.
Yes, and he made a very quick move up the center of that line. Corey Reeves is ready to play, and when that big man gets ready, you better step aside.
A 4-yard gain by Reeves, but you saw that headgear go right into the backside of Corey. The flag went down immediately, and they're going to assess the 15-yard penalty.
He's an impressive-looking figure at that tailback position.
Well, he's an impressive-looking figure, Mr. Crook, at any position.
I agree.
7th first down of the football game for Corbin. They now have it at the 30-yard line. Now they'll split Grigsby to the left. Darren Jackson is in the slot. Still Reeves at the tailback position. Hoover right ahead of him. Brian Gilmore, the quarterback, on 1st and 10, and here goes Corey. If they hadn't made that big stack in front of him, he could have gone somewhere.
Yeah, he never did go down, but it was hard. He's used to pushing those stacks about 5 yards, but they were all down on the ground. It was hard to do.
Kind of looked as if he was looking for a step ladder there. How'd I get over this? He couldn't get around it and didn't go anywhere. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Moved it just inches across that line. Now we have Hickman into the lineup. He's playing to this side, number 14, Hooper ahead of him, and Grigsby. How about all of this rotation in that backfield? It's got to really confuse scouts.
No question about it. They have some people with the ability, too, and this was one of them right here.
Oh, watch him dig. There he goes, Tim Hickman.
Get in there.
For the touchdown.
All right. I love it. Hickman, number 14. And a big run, and what blocking over there. There for a while, the only thing that he had to worry was that he would trip over one of his blockers, since he had about 9 of them in front of him. And
well, Bill, since we moved him from a guard and changed his name, he's been dynamite out there.
Yeah, we made a great move there. Yeah.
He has gone 30 yards for the score. Hickman's 2nd score of this year. And Rooker for the point after. High snap, but it's down. True kick. It is up and in. So, with 7:52 to go in the first half of play, there's timeout with the score. Corbin 21, Whitesburg 6. Whitesburg is coming up a little bit now because that flat kick usually does not get very deep, and they're up to the 20-yard line.
I don't know. I'm sure that it's based on the theory that they've got an excellent returner, but it's been hard to see where he's at yet. Oh.
I'll tell you what, he who hesitates
is going to get killed by Tim French.
He who is number 29. No, that's not his name. It is Sean Campbell that got on top of the football at the 29-yard line.
Johnson said it was hee-haw.
Which reminds me of Zeke Perkins sitting up here behind us, and we heard the hee-hawing a moment ago. He's probably telling a joke. At the 29, Whitesburg 1st and 10. As Bates will call it. Bates will deal, and I think that was Steve Ambergy.
Yes, and Corey Reeves and Tim French in on the tackle, Ted Engel. You know, Don, we've had some outstanding play by several of the Red Hounds this season. I think that some of them have just really been outstanding, and we probably don't give them enough recognition. But this is the kid going off the field now, the one that's limping there. Jonathan Wells has had a good season. Of course, we've talked a lot about Mark Tenderlight and how great he's done. Corey Reeves, we know, as far as I'm concerned, he's all-state caliber, and if you don't get it, it'll be a great travesty of justice. But Tim French has had a great year. Derek Range has had a great year. Maeve has had a great year at the center position. We've had a lot of football players that have had great years. Ted Engel, Kennedy, of course.
Second down and 7 from the 32-yard line. Bates on an option pitches, and Holland is going to be tackled by number 33.
Mervo Grigsby, and another one that's had a real good year. He and Tony Hoover, and you know, you just go on and on. Shannon Farmer's come on a great deal from the first of the year, and Brent Jackson, of course, at his safety position, and we could just go on and on. But I think this is a great football team, Don. I think this has tremendous personnel.
As I said at the beginning of our telecast tonight, I don't think it's even peaked. A lot of times we started out real great, and at season's end went downhill. But I believe this team seems to be getting better with each game.
I do too, and I think it's an adjustment of attitude as much as anything.
A loss of 1. It'll be third down and 8. Might have been offsides. I don't see a flag. And Bates is in trouble. Screens it, and pretty nice screen. That's Holland at 45 midfield. Holland to Brent Jackson's arm at the 40. I'm glad he was there.
You never get by the long arm of the law or the short arm of Brent Jackson. If he's the last man, he's going to come in there and make that tackle. And I'll tell you, that was a very well-conceived play by Whitesburg. They set it up very nicely. The quarterback took about a 15-yard drop. We had about our entire team right back on him, and he just popped it right over the middle. A very well-conceived screen pass.
Very nice play. That goes for 29 yards. And Whitesburg's second first down of the night. They're at the Corbin 40-yard line, first and 10. And getting a little momentum right now with the football. Owen Gibson gets across the 35.
The one shortcoming, Don, that I see in this football team is I notice that after we get a couple touchdowns ahead or after we do something that's relatively at ease, we have a tendency to let up. And we have got to maintain a killer instinct if we want to march through these playoffs.
He got 7 yards right there down to the 33-yard line. Second and 3 for the Dogs out there now. Might have been illegal motion over there on the left side. Let's see. The penalty marker went down.
He could have turned up field there a little too soon. No, they called us for... I didn't see anybody move.
Well, I thought I saw him turn up field a little quick, so it's going to be against Corbin for offside. That will be a first down with a 5-yard penalty to the 28-yard line. And the third first down of the game now for Whitesburg. So this is their most serious threat thus far tonight. Set up on a third down screen pass that captured 29 yards. 5:08 to go in the first half. Lenny Bates goes under center and deals to Holland, and Holland goes down.
Good penetration by Maeve and Grigsby as they trip up the back in the backfield, and Ted Engel finishes off the tackle.
Got a yard to the 27. Mabe is number 57, James Mabe, 5'9", 235-pound sophomore. Number 55 is Ted Engel, 6 foot, 200-pound senior.
Brad Engel's brother.
Brad Engel's brother, right. Excuse me. The kicker. At the 27-yard line, second and 9. Wide outs both ways for Whitesburg. Looks like a little quick motion right there. Bates throws. It's incomplete. Intended to pass for Craig Abernathy. And I thought, sure, there was movement in that backfield.
Could have been. You know, that was a pretty well-run pass pattern by the receiver. Hinterlight was there, but he had inside position on Mark, and had the pass been thrown well, Mark couldn't have very well defended against it. But sometimes you can't commit too soon and allow them to get behind you either.
Third and 9. Ball at the 27-yard line. Abernathy goes to the left side. Wide out also to the right side is Adams. Back to throw Bates. He'll let her go, and Hinderlight has the position and the ball on the interception. Keep up there, Mark. He was sliding down, and he brings it back up to across the 25.
I wonder why Whitesburg didn't have anybody scout Corbin. Because if they'd have scouted Corbin, they'd have known better than to throw 2 straight passes in Mark Hinderlight's territory. You know he's going to come up with at least one of them.
26-yard line. Hinderlight comes up with the interception, and Corbin has the football right back. So the most serious threat of the night by Whitesburg goes down the drain on that pass interception. 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first half, and Corbin has the ball. The lead at 21-6 from the 26. And the handoff to Darren Jackson, and quite a bit of pile there as he gets up to about the 29-yard line.
Darren's a very good instinctive inside runner. He cut back that time and picked up a couple of yards he possibly wouldn't have gotten. That experience showed a little bit there. He's used to running up inside. He saw the stack, cut back inside. A few minutes ago, we saw Corey run into the stack. He's not run the football a great deal, but he has all that ability. And, boy, I'll tell you, just a little bit of experience, he could be a tremendous running back.
Pick up of 3. Both Jacksons are in the backfield with Tony Hoover, and Gilmore fumbles the ball. Did he get it back? Nope.
No, he didn't.
That has been one of our biggest problems this year, Bill. We have created quite a few turnovers that put us in the hole, and they've already cashed in on one of those tonight. This is number 2.
Yeah, it looks like a bad exchange from center to the quarterback that created that error and turned the ball over to Whitesburg, and we've given them some very good field position here at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, perhaps close into the 26, where I'm going to spot it there. So 1st and 10 for Whitesburg. Bates, Beals, Holland is hit after getting a couple of yards.
Ted Engel and May been on the tackle. Boy, that May, he plays that offensive center, and he knows that he don't get his name mentioned very often. They put him on defense. He just turns into a terror, doesn't he?
Yep. He stopped him after 2 yards to the 24-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for the Birds now. Wide to the left side goes Adams. To the right side is Abernathy. And the handoff to big number, well, the big number 81 had number 30 on Gibson before he could move.
Yeah, Tim French. You run right around in his area, you're going to get a good hard lick, I'll tell you. He's right in all over it.
So the ball is advanced 1 yard to the 23. And Whitesburg has it 3rd down and 7. So a minute 55 remaining in the first half. Corbin obviously wants to close the door on Whitesburg right here.
Ooh.
And the play does not get the 1st down. They get about 3 out of it, and that's it.
And that was Tim French and Mabe and another player that's had another big season after his big sophomore season. That's Jeff Moran that I didn't mention a minute ago. Another fine football player.
Put the ball to the 19-yard line. That was Owen on the carry. He picked up the 4, but now it's 4th down and about 3 for the 1st down. Very big play for Whitesburg right here. Bates under center. He'll give, and Holland will hit, and nowhere to go.
Corey Reeves, Ted Engel, boy.
Corey Reeves especially.
Yeah, Corey really made the lick coming through there, and a big play on 4th down, and he's our big play man, so we expect it from Corey. Just lead us right on down the pike, big man.
Well, it's a loss of the ball on downs. They lost a yard to the 20 right there, and Corbin takes over. Unlike a moment ago when it seemed like they had time to move it downfield, they don't now with 50 seconds in the first half. And in no hurry from their own 20-yard line. The pitch goes to Hickman. Hickman trying to struggle around the right side, gets about a yard. Our penalty marker is down.
And in a position where it will either be holding or a face mask, one or the other, when you throw it into that general direction of that big pile of linemen, they like to hold and they like to grab face masks.
Holding on Corbin, so they were trying to clear out for Hickman to cut that corner, and instead got called for holding. So let's see what the Redhounds will do if they're assessed the penalty, and only 38 seconds to go. I think they kind of looking at a safe play with the speedsters, either Kennedy or Hickman, to try to break a long one. rather than take the chance of putting it in the air.
I think so, Don, and I think they're going to try to run this clock out. They may not even try the pitch for fear of a fumble or something. And deep in their own territory, I think that's a very wise decision for them.
Well, they're going to be very deep, back at their own 11-yard line.
It might not be a bad play to hand it off to Kennedy up the middle.
All right. Moran comes wide to the left. Kennedy is in the backfield with Hoover from the 11-yard line. Kennedy gets the call. Kennedy struggles. They let go of his foot there. He might have gone a long way.
He certainly might have. He runs that up the center there, those counter plays very well. And he's got that potential that if he gets a step on him, it's 6.
That time he got about 4 yards to the 15. And now the clock has 8 seconds. I don't think Corbin's even going to try another play. It's running down, and the end of the half, Corbin will have a 2-touchdown lead over Whitesburg. Well, it's playoff time. You can't afford to gamble much. You have to be sure of yourself. You have to win the game, or else the season's over.
That's true. It's sudden death or sudden victory, as we like to call it around here. And I hope that we keep our attitude in that direction for the next 3 games.
21-6, our halftime score. Donnie Stepp, Bill Crook, and Dale Johnston bringing you the replay of Corbin Redhound football here on Channel 19. We'll return with second half activity after these messages from our sponsors. And we're ready to go with our second half of activity tonight in this playoff game between Corbin and Whitesburg. The Redhounds leading by 21-6, and they'll get the kicks to start our second half. Kennedy, Hinderlight, and Brent Jackson are deep for Corbin. And here's the kick. A nice one this time. Kennedy will come up and take it at the 17, 20, 25, 30, coming outside to the right, and he'll bring it across the 35.
Yeah, Brent just couldn't quite turn the corner there as they had good pursuit down on defense, and he got outside just a little bit, but he couldn't quite get to where he could turn the speed on. I expect him to break one of those long kickoff returns before this season's over.
37-yard line. That is where Corbin will start, and they've had the offense in high gear all night long. They've been their own worst enemy on 2 drives. In the first half, fumbles prevented them from keeping the ball. One of them, of course, resulting in that Whitesburg touchdown. So they're ready to go here in the backfield. Number 28, Tony Hoover. Number 7, Brent Kennedy. Number 33 is Mervo Grigsby. And the quarterback, number 15, that is Brian Gilmore. Then along that front line, number 44, Corey Reeves. Number 70 then will be Joel Carpenter. Number 55 is Ted Engel. The center is number 57. That is Mabe. Number 60, Jonathan Wells. And we'll get the other 2 in just a moment. Ready to go. Straight up the middle, Kennedy. Kennedy trying to slide around. They don't bring him down, but they do blow the whistle.
We didn't get a whole lot of real good blocking up front that time. Tony Hoover came through from his fullback position and made a good block, and maybe 1 or 2 more there, but we didn't knock them very far off the ball.
Those other 2 players, number 50, Clayton Sutherland, and number 84 is Jeff Moran. So that completes the lineup for Corbin as they changed in the backfield to number 22, Darren Jackson. Wide out to the right side will be Mervo Grigsby. And here we go, second down and 8 on the play, and Jackson cutting to the left, and Jackson, good running room, spins for the first down. He's up to the midfield stripe and a run of 11 yards.
Real nice run, and once again, a good block by Tony Hoover as he comes into the line and steals off their linebacker and allows Darren Jackson to burst it up through there and pick up positive yardage for the first down.
11 yards, the 8th first down of the game, the first of the second half for the Redhounds. The ball just shy of the midfield stripe. Grigsby, Jackson, and for the first time, I think Kenny Davis in the backfield now. The up back in the middle. And Davis will get the call. Davis goes over the midfield stripe for 2 yards to the 48.
And they had a pretty good surge on defense that time, and Don, this Whitesburg team is a relatively solid football team. They're they're not real strong, but they're not very weak either. They're very solid and play a pretty good game on defense.
They have an injured player out there. Speaking of Davis, well, one of our best sponsors for year after year after year is Harold Davis and Davis Salvage. So if you need parts for your car or truck, you can find a much, much better deal when you go to Davis Salvage on the Falls Road at Oak Grove.
I think it ought to be pointed out, too, Harold Davis is just a big backer of the Red Hounds. He's at the football games and the basketball games, and that means a whole lot to the community to have a fellow that's that interested in the athletic events down at the high school and runs a big business like he does out there. That's important.
You know, all of these sponsors on your telecast tonight are very avid sponsors and backers of Corbin High School sports. We hope that you'll patronize them, obviously. 2nd down and 8 for the first down. The ball at the 48-yard line, and Whitesburg jumps offside. It looked as if there that Owen Gibson just could not hold his stance and came forward. So that's going to be 5 and down to the 43. Continuing to talk about the people that make it possible, Corbin Materials, Mr. Bill Pennington, and I saw his paper I saw his picture in the paper again the other day in Corbin this week, showing those cattle. Quite talented there. And Corbin Materials continues to bring you Corbin Redhound football. Well, that's down to the 43, and 2nd down, 2 yards for the first down. A fake by Gilmore. He's going the other side behind Ingle. Tries to cut outside. He'll go across the 40 and down out of bounds near the 32 or 33-yard line.
Real nice run by Brian Gilmore that time as he turned the corner around the left side and picked up another first down for the Red Hounds.
So the ball is down to the 33. That's a run of 10, and Corbin's 9th first down of the game. In this playoff game, I do want to remind you about our sponsors. Talking about avid backers of Corbin Red Hounds, Ted Martin at Crossroads Shell. They're with us again for the 2nd consecutive year. Of course, they just built that last year, so they couldn't be with us prior to that from that new facility there near the I-75 interchange, Crossroads Shell.
Darian Jackson, it looks like, Donna, as he gets in there for, no, I believe that's Tony Hoover. Getting an opportunity to carry the football a little bit there.
3 yards to the 30-yard line, 2nd and 7. So the Red Hounds, as they've done all night long, are moving the football. At the 30, 2nd and 7. Now this will be Hickman cutting inside in, then trying to slip outside, but can't do it, but does get about 3 more yards.
Yeah, once again, experience shows a little bit with Tim. He's got all the quality there. He's got his leg kind of caught up and under him a little bit. I think Tim might run just a little bit straight up, and he's going to kind of have to get down a little bit going through that line like Kennedy does and look for his holes with his head up and his body down just a little bit. He runs a little bit straight up and tends to get his legs caught up and under him.
He's really added to our arsenal with the experience that he's been getting in the last couple of ball games, though. He's taking it down to the 27, where Corbin will have it 3rd and 4 for the first down. Mulberry is entered. Boy, didn't he play a good game against Middlesboro.
He sure did. He's coming on awfully well, and he plays a lot of defense. He's a tremendous defensive football player, and Mulberry is going to be a real comer for the Red Hounds in years to come. What is he?
Brian Mulberry is just a sophomore, 170-pounder, number 36.
I wonder what grade that crazy yak's in then, if he's just sophomore.
So Corbin is pushed back upfield 5 yards to the 32-yard line because of that penalty. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 8 yards to go for the first down. Gilmore Barks tries to get him offside. Oh, they attempted. But instead he'll hand it to Mulberry, and Mulberry, I think the whistle should have blown as they take him down after getting a couple of yards.
Don, that particular play for the Red Hounds, they're trying to draw him offside. The quarterback is actually, Gilmore is actually moving, and there's going to be a time that they may call that on us. I don't think that's something that we ought to make too much of a practice of, because you can sure get called for drawing them over there too.
Well, what we have now is 4th down and 7. The ball at the 30-yard line. We haven't passed much, but this may be the one. However, Corey Reeves is lined up in the backfield with Mulberry. Many combinations there tonight. Gilmore calls. He's back to throw. Oh, if he goes to Kennedy, no. He goes to Corey Reeves, and I don't think we got the first down.
Very close. Very close. But short, I'm afraid.
Well, Kennedy was streaking down that other side, and perhaps if the ball had been on target and thrown there, it would have been an easy 6.
I think we probably had that designed to be a screen pass very similar to the one at Whitesburg ran, but we didn't carry it out quite as well. Our quarterback didn't drop as far back to set it up, and we didn't let their linemen through, so consequently we had them back there to make tackles on Corey. This wasn't a real well-conceived play.
Well, they got 4 yards, and they turned the ball over on downs at the 26-yard line as Bates has his team out and ready to go with their first offensive series of the second half. And they'll try to pile drive it upfield similar to what we've been doing. They've taken the ball across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. On the carry was number 30, Owen Gibson. Not a bad gain right there for him. He got 6 yards.
My old buddy Dennis Myers up here, he's telling us to root those Red Hounds on.
Where's Dennis? Hello, Dennis Myers. All right. Whitesburg trying to do about the same as they did a moment ago. They'll move it forward to about a yard or so to the 33, maybe 34. So it's going to end up a third down play. The line to gain will be the 36-yard line. They're at the 33 right now. So third down. 3 yards for the first down. We're in the third period. Corbin leading by 21-6. Bates, the long call, will give to Holland, and he'll cut outside in and cut in. And he got the first down.
Real nice tackle, though. Brent Kennedy came up and put a lick on him. The back was pretty good-sized boy. Brent wasn't carrying quite as much weight, and he kind of bowled him over there for a first down. But a good hard lick put on him by Brent Kennedy.
Fourth first down of the game for Whitesburg. They've taken the ball up to the 38-yard line. A pickup of 5 by Holland then. So Whitesburg will split the end wide to the right side and Abernathy. However, they'll try to ram it up through that same hole on the right, the center, and it didn't open at all this time.
Tim French, Derek Raines, who are the other fellow, Mabe over there, and Ted Engel all getting up from underneath, and real good defensive play that time by those fellows as they stacked the runner up for about a yard gain.
Number 23, Steve Ambergy, got the yard gain to the 39-yard line. And now 2nd and 9 for Whitesburg. And the call to Holland this time, and Holland will get another yard. Well, he finally goes down after approaching the 40-yard line.
Derek Raines once again, and Merlo Grigsby are in on the tackle that time. And, Raines is doing, we're seeing a great deal more activity out of him since they've moved into that nose guard. He's a big, strong young man, and very difficult to block in the middle of that line. And he's shown us a lot of activity there this evening.
Third down, 7 for the first down, just over the 40-yard line now. And he shows the activity there.
Just as I brag on you, Derek.
That will not get them the first down, however, on the 5-yard penalty. We'll put the ball up near the 45-yard line. The way he steps off penalties out there tonight, I'll tell you.
If he was 3 inches taller, they'd had a first down.
I'd hate to hoe the row that he planted the way he steps. Wow. Up to the 46-yard line, a 6-yard penalty. 3rd and 2, and I believe they got it.
Yeah, they're beginning to take somewhat control of the offensive that line of scrimmage, and certainly we're going to have to kind of gear up. Of course, they're going to have a difficult time scoring a lot of points, having to run 3 plays to get a first down.
5 first downs now for Whitesburg. They're up to the 49-yard line, and perhaps if there's concern, that's the biggest concern Corbin has right now, is trying to shore up the defense and to not allow that kind of thing to happen. So Whitesburg keeps pushing it forward. And Bates will give to Holland, and there's the way you hit him.
Ooh.
Face up.
What a lick by Shannon Farmer. You know, I saw Shannon, as I told you earlier, after school this afternoon, and boy, he told me, he said he was ready to play football, and that was some kind of lick. I told him I might brag on him just a little bit if he did something outstanding. I'd say that'd qualify, wouldn't you?
Go ahead and brag. Shannon Farmer, number 77, 5'10", 220-pound junior, makes the lick on Holland and stops him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And Holland again. Holland will weave through that hole and got it down to the Corbin 45 and maybe a little further.
Moran in on the tackle and saved them from getting a first down and maybe more. Of course, old Mr. Sure Tackle was standing right back there in position. That's Brent Jackson. He would have not got by him.
So now it's 3rd down and 4. The ball at the Corbin 45-yard line. The clock running. 3:08 to go. We're in the 3rd quarter, and Corbin leading 21-6. They had their drive stymied at the 26-yard line and turned the ball over on down. Now it's Holland again. Now he's going to be stacked up pretty hard on that side.
Yeah, that has to be Corey Reeves. I'll bet you when they unstack that he's got him in his grasp.
Yeah,
he and Derek Crane right in there to snap the runner back and put him into a 4th down position. So
basically at the line of scrimmage, which just, well, they give him a yard to the 44. And now I would think that Whitesburg would punt it out that far at the 44-yard line. Craig Abernathy is in punt formation and deep for Corbin, Henderlight, and Kennedy. Snap back, and they try to put a rush on him, and here's the kick out of there. Will hit and roll, and Henderlight watches it roll across the 10. That's going to be a very good play for Whitesburg down to the 6-yard line.
And he nearly had it blocked as Tim French came roaring through and just barely missed it.
We have a timeout now with 2:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. Timeout on the score. Corbin 21, Whitesburg 6. And here we go from the 6-yard line. Gilmore fumbled, but he picked it up. Comes to the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. Wow, I tell you, fumble has been a big enemy for us this year.
And it seems to be that we get a lot of fumbles out of our snap from center. We got that last year. If you recall, we had a lot of fumbles on the snap from center last year. We're getting quite a few this year.
Well, this game is not in the bag right here. Although we have a 2-touchdown and another point lead, it's still up for grabs with plenty of time remaining. At the 6-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Now Gilmore trying to cut outside the corner, won't go far.
Well, we're kind of in a hole right now on a 3rd down and long situation. We're certainly not in a position where I know that we want to throw the football, so I'd say we'll probably come back with a counter to Kennedy up the middle.
Well, a yard on that one by Gilmore. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 now in treacherous territory at the 7-yard line. Kennedy is in the lineup in the backfield right now. A sweep, that's what the coaches said. No, it's a pass. There is Corey Reeves, and he can't get it.
Well, certainly that was something to open our eyes and open the eyes of whoever's here scouting, that we will throw the football when we're down deep in our own territory.
The Whitesburg coaches said we were lucky. Now, listen, that came close to being completed.
Sure did, and it tickles me to see a play like that. I really like that idea.
Well, now, punt formation. Henderlight will have to go back into his end zone here with the line of scrimmage at the 7-yard line. Holland is deep, and Whitesburg doesn't have enough players out there.
They got enough to suit me.
And they have to use a timeout here with only 28 seconds in the quarter.
They had 9. How many they won?
Whitesburg had to waste a timeout. They didn't have enough players out there. John Combs is deep for Whitesburg, along with Junior Holland, and Henderlight in the end zone to kick it. And there you go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Mark, very nice. All the way up to the 49-yard line, a fair catch.
All right.
And that is a 42-yard kick out of the end zone from the line of scrimmage.
And a beautiful spiral. I know a lot of quarterbacks like to be able to throw the ball like that.
Telling you, that That is a doozy. So that has to boost your confidence if we get in further into the playoffs and have to get into a kicking game. We like what we saw there. That's one of the best kicks of the year. You got to consider it didn't roll for that 42.
You know, he had a long one. The first game that they put him in a punting position, he had a real long one that night. I think it must have been over 50 yards. Hinterlot has some potential as a punter.
So now Whitesburg has the ball at the Corbin 49-yard line, 1st and 10. And the ball carrier is Owen Gibson, and Gibson takes it for 4 yards to the 45.
And the ball carrier is Corey Reeves and Derek Raines as they come in and make the tackle. Those two combined on a lot of tackles this season.
Yeah, they've been in the majority of them tonight as the third quarter is winding down. Well, that is the end of 3 quarters of playoff football here from Campbell Field in Corbin. After 3, the score remains Corbin 21, Whitesburg 6.
That Johnson sure is aggravating. He keeps bringing these heaters down here, and my feet are about to burn up.
At the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 7. And Holland goes for about 4 more, so he's quite productive.
Yes, he is, and quite a stack down there. Derek Raines getting up off the bottom once again. Derek in on a lot of tackles. Ted Engel in there, Corey Reeves, and who is that little Jackson that comes sprinting up there to get him a lick?
Mm-hmm. They got it down to the 36, 4 more yards, and now it's 3rd down and 3 for the first down. So Whitesburg continuing to move against Corbin here in the second half with their second offensive possession. On the 3rd down play, that is a lick. Number 44.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you, he is coming on like gangbusters. Corey knows it's playoff time, and he knows he's got a lot of buddies that are seniors, and he don't want to play that last game on Campbell Field.
There's your highlight film stuff right there. He slammed into Owen Gibson so hard, he dropped him back at the 37, a loss of 1. And now, what do you do? 4th and 4. They've got to go for it. Back to throw. He's looking. He's throwing. Uh-oh. No, I just held my breath there, Bill.
Oh, I'll tell you, that was something. We were juggling the football between Mark Hinterlot and Jackson and the Whitesburg player, and I was just hoping we had 2 out of 3 chances there.
Okay, it came very close to going through 4 hands into 2 that would grab it.
And I'll tell you something, Don, their receiver had sprung clear. Had that pass been thrown well, they very well could have had 6 on that.
Absolutely. Had he gotten behind that coverage with that pass, it would have been 6.
If they'd had Hinterlot punting that ball instead of him passing it, it would have been a touchdown.
Right. maybe he ought to kick us a pass here. Let's see what happens. Corbin's set to go from their own 37-yard line now, and it's Darren Jackson pulled forward for a couple of yards.
I'll tell you one thing, and this is for sure. Mark Hinterlot punts a much better spiral than his daddy threw as a pass.
Oh, come on. Why did everybody in the press box say amen? Don't get me in on this now.
Burglar used to throw him end over end.
2nd down and 8. And the counter up the middle. Oh, little Brent, watch him go. I like that. Penalty marker goes down.
I'll tell you one thing about that little bow-legged burglar, though. He won every game he played his senior year. Yeah. Every game.
Exciting quarterback he was. Penalty markers here and there and everywhere, and apparently they got the face mask of Brent Jackson. So in addition to the 6 yards that he ran with the football up to the 45, up to midfield.
Step off about 20 here,
15-yard penalty.
Let's not break it.
I don't see how far he's going.
Let's not break in those baby steps now, Bill.
1st and goal.
Mother May I says you can take 15 giant steps.
Down to the 36-yard line. Dennis just hit him over the head if he gets out of control here, all right? 1st and 10 for Corbin. And first down, number 10 in the football game. And Jackson almost looked like a hopscotch there. Mother May I?
Yeah, he didn't have a whole lot of room that time. Not much knocking him off the line of scrimmage. And picked up a couple yards, 2nd and long.
Yep, got 2 to the 34-yard line now.
That old boy that just come by here used to kick some mighty fine punts. Do you remember the one at Middlesboro?
He's in our Hall of Fame, by the way.
Dennis Myers, he punted one about 79 yards one evening at Middlesboro, and they called it back.
Second down and 8 right here as Brent Jackson will get it. Ooh, about a yard more. Well, our offense now is not as potent as it was. But number 33 and 7 may.
We're into the slumber end of our offense, Don. It seems that when we get a 2-touchdown lead or 1-touchdown lead, we tend to want to sleep the rest of the game away. And as long as the other team will sleep, we'll sleep. It looks like.
So let's see if they can get something going here. This is their third offensive possession of the second half. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the first down. Mervo Grigsby out to the right side. Pitch goes to Kennedy. There's nothing opening there. Oh, boy, that was strung out, and the penalty marker goes down.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a holding call right here. It's going to back us up a little bit unless they want to make it 4th down because they could probably put us in a punting situation right here.
Actually lost a couple of yards on that one. So what looked like a well-oiled machine in the first half offensively has been sputtering here in the second half. 8:45 to go. No scoring in the second half. And Corbin has given it up on downs. They've had to kick the ball, and now they're faced more than likely with another punt situation. Well, they have timeout to talk about it, and while they do that, we'll take a timeout for these messages from our sponsors.
That's the longest 15-yard penalty I've ever seen because they were just they were 3 yards inside there.
All right.
It's 5, 10,
16,
15.
All right, it's back to the 47-yard line of Corbin. 3rd down and a way long to go. Now, Kennedy streaking. Let her go. Here she goes. Kennedy got it! And there he goes.
All right. That's what happens. I'll tell you what, that kid has got some speed, and that was a beautiful throw by Brian Gilmore. I mean, he threw that football 40 yards in the air, 45, 50 yards.
He did. That's as pretty of a streak play as we've had all year.
It was a beautiful
3 yards.
Beautifully conceived play, and our 4th down and our 3rd down, and very long yardage to go. And I'll tell you what, that was just a perfect thrown pass.
They gave us the opportunity to get another down by taking that penalty. It's down, and Hinderlight going to run. Hinderlight's going to be trapped back there too. Well, 8 minutes and 32 seconds to go. A little added protection on that scoreboard now as Corbin goes up by a score of 27-6. That was pretty. Pass play from Gilmore to Kennedy, and Corbin has scored. And now they'll be kicking off. And Whitesburg coming way upfield to get that ball. So if they can hold on to it, that's the main thing. But, watch that thing spin around. And reversing his field. Let's see. Well, watch it. How about that? Mulberry after him.
Now I know why they're on side. Oh, they're going to call a clip.
Yeah.
That was a bad call. Bad call. That was a bad call.
That was a super run, however, by Sean Campbell, 5'9", 160-pound senior. He just kept shaking them off.
And now we know why they're onside kicking the football.
No, we certainly do.
That was a bad call. I watched exactly where he threw it.
Well, he did hit him from behind and knocked him off balance.
I think he had a head in front of him. I really do.
Boy, I tell you, that's as exciting a run back as we've had here this year.
Certainly was.
Sean Campbell ran that thing back about 75 yards.
If they penalize him as far as they did us, we'll have him on the 3-yard line.
Granddaddy Longlegs moving that ball back there. Well, the Whitesburg coaches say it's a terrible call, and perhaps it is.
I thought it was. I really did. That was a bad call.
That was a super play. I doubt if it would have anything to do with the outcome of the game, but you really see a kid denied a long touchdown run right there.
Yeah. If it was close,
If it
would
was
have certainly
close,
been a
actually, that's
clip.
the best call of the night. At the 40-yard line, Whitesburg takes over. So here we go, Bates under. And Holland. A lot of similarity between these teams on those rushing plays, yes.
Yeah, there is, Doc.
Well, it is productive. He got about 3 yards. I don't laugh at your comments. Second and 7. Up to the 47-yard line, 4 more yards.
Do they realize that they're 21 points down?
Well, if we go another 2 quarters, be surprised what could happen. Yeah, they really don't have time for this kind of thing with only 7:17 to go. But then again, they may break one of them. Timeout for who? Oh, it's television timeout. That's the first time all year they've looked up here and got our signal. Ready to go. 3rd down and 3, and there's that pass. Oh, thrown badly. Had a good idea behind that one, but the pass was behind Danny Adams. No way to get that.
That kid looks like he's throwing a medicine ball out there. He just doesn't have any control. When he does happen to throw a style that's 30 yards from where it ought to be, I don't know. Maybe that's why they don't pass.
4th and 3. The ball is at the 47-yard line. 6:59 to go, and obviously they have to go for it here. I don't think it was that kid that ran that back a moment ago.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looked like almost an offside. Well, that's a 1st down, I'll tell you that. Ooh.
Real fine hole up the
Just
middle.
a lot of holding on rather than hitting on that one.
Yeah, there was. But there's some good blocking in the center of that line of Whitesburg, too. Now, they haven't given up. Those kids have not quit, and they're playing hard here, but they're just not got the arsenal to generate 3 touchdowns in 6 minutes.
Owen Gibson has taken the ball from the 47 all the way down to the Corbin 38-yard line. And Whitesburg getting some offense in the second half. That's their 6th first down. And the handoff to Holland won't go far.
Darian Jackson got him. Very little, if any, gain.
Well, 6.5 minutes to go. You're right. The only thing they can do is make it look a little more decent, but they're not going to beat the clock and get in touchdowns like that.
They don't even seem to be concerning themselves with it.
Very little likelihood they could, even going through the air, down this far this late in the game, but at least.
82, the kid out here, I believe, is the one that broke the run there a minute ago.
No. He's going to go for the pass, and it's out of bounds. No, the kid that broke the run was number 29. No, number 26. No, number 29. I've forgotten.
Well, it was one or the other. Is it 26, 29, or 82?
Had them all together, and it was 82.
Yeah, it wasn't 77.
Third down from the 36-yard line. This is Holland. And Holland is taking it to about the 31, some 5 yards right there.
Corey Reeves and Tim Franson on the tackle.
So it will be 4th down and 3 to go for Whitesburg now.
We can stop that fullback up the middle. We ought to have him right here.
They've run 21 plays the second half.
Seems like they ran 21 on this series.
Yeah. Well, they're down to the 31, 4th and 3. Ooh, stop. Yeah. And looks like they got the 3 again.
Fullback up the middle. Looks like they've decided to go to sleep, and we've decided to help them.
Well, they've controlled the ball more at the times the second half than Corbin has now. They've run 23 plays, it is, to our 19.
We got, let's see who our number 78 is. James Fisher been doing some playing in there, Don.
7 first downs now for Whitesburg. They have the ball at the 27-yard line. Bates, the tailback, is throwing to... Good try. Hinderlight went for it.
They can't even do it close enough for us to get an interception.
Come on.
I mean, well, when you throw a ball and there's 18 players on the field, somebody ought to be able to touch it before it hits the ground.
That stopped the clock, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. 4:48. That's what remains in this game. Corbin leading 27-6. And it's second down and 10 to go from the 27-yard line. Bates under center will give it to number 30, Wayne Gibson.
Big Derek Raines is right in the middle of that line of hanging on, and he's had a big football game. Derek has proven to be a very strong move that they've made there into the nose guard position. Very strong individual in the middle of that line.
Well, I've finally identified the yard line. It's the 30, not the 25. So it's going to be third down and 8 from there at the 30-yard line. 4:15 to go. The pitch goes to Holland. He's trying to sweep wide, trying to cut the corner. Nothing there for him.
Hinderlight on the tackle, along with Mulberry in there, and looks like they're looking at another fourth down. Watch the fullback up the middle.
They got a yard to the 29-yard line there. So now it will be fourth down and long this time. Fourth down and about 7 for the first down. So the Corbin Red Hounds will be here next week at Campbell Field playing the winner of the Prestonsburg Somerset game. We'll be here with the telecast on Channel 19. Big play here. They want to keep this drive alive. Bates throws across the middle. And
they're getting better.
Yeah, it bounced off his hands. So we have a timeout with that play now with 3:21 to go. Timeout on the score is Corbin 27, Whitesburg 6. Redhound set to go from their own 29-yard line, and Darren Jackson gets the call, and he breaks away and gets it up to about the 34. 5-yard run.
Darren Jackson, John, all season has been an outstanding performer on our inside running game. He's a very tough individual, very strong, hard runner.
He got 5 yards right there. Corbin has 3 minutes to go between them and the victory in this game, which would put the Redhound record at 9-2 on the year. Gilmore taking his time and dealing off to Jackson again, and Jackson draws the crowd after he gets a couple of yards.
Couple 3 yards, and we're looking at third down, about 5.
Penalty marker went down, I think, after the play. So they'll talk about this one right now.
What do we like, about 6-7 yards for first down? If that's offsides against them, we've got it.
Personal foul against Whitesburg. We got it.
We could have got any 5-yard penalty is going to get us there.
Oh, pardon me. There it is. 5-yard penalty moves the ball down to the goal line.
I got the longest legs I heard.
I think they need one of those rulers that has a light. Put it out there 15 yards, be exact. 46-yard line of Whitesburg is where Corbin has the ball right now. 11 first down. And Gilmore hands it back to Darren Jackson again, and he struggles to get it down to about the 43. Some 3 more yards.
We're going to be content to run the clock out tackle to tackle, which is very appropriate for this time of the game.
Well, we see a lot of new people in there right now, by the way. Number 79, Glenn Brinker, is into the lineup. Kenny Davis, number 25, just comes in the backfield. Second down and 7 from the 43. Is that Davis? Yep, there's Davis struggling for more yardage.
Kenny's had a good season this year. He's only a sophomore, and he's got a lot of experience when we had a lot of our backs out, and he's quick. They made a workhorse out of him in a couple of games, and he came through very well. He's going to be a fine football player.
Got 6 yards right there. It'll be 3rd down and a yard to go for Corbin now. Stephen Upchurch, number 89, on the end to this side. Well, he's splitting out this way right now. The 3rd down and 1 play. Where's that football?
Tony Hoover.
Tony Hoover gets the Corbin 1st down.
Good strong run up the middle by him. That should just about do it, John.
Yeah. If they had handed the ball to Tony Hoover every time tonight, I'd never seen who was carrying.
Tony, one thing you can say about Tony, he don't run straight up.
Well, he hides when he gets in there.
He sure does.
Yeah. So they've advanced it for the 1st down to the 34-yard line, and Corbin's 12th 1st down. Only 55 seconds to go right here. Gilmore fumbles. And Whitesburg, or did they? Nope. He got back on top of it.
I think we're going to have to look for some Elmer's glue all next week.
Yep.
We're not getting that's three fumbles on snap from center, and that's just
too many on your 11th game of the year, obviously.
Sure is.
Yeah.
A little cool out there, but that's not it's not that cold.
No, because it didn't happen on the other side, and so it's a bothersome thing, obviously. Now the clock is running down to 17 seconds to go at the 34-yard line. Tim Hickman gets the call, and Hickman gets through there for good yardage in the Corbin 1st down. I think, well, close to it. That'll be the ball game, however.
The old ball game.
As the clock runs down. Well, the first hurdle has been taken now in the drive toward a state championship.
And certainly next week's game is going to be a very big hurdle for us. And as we meet Somerset once again, I feel like that we have a better football team than Somerset. And I feel like that we'll be ready to play. And we'll make a much more decisive win for us next Friday night. I think we'll win it much more decisively than we did over there.
So Corbin advances, and they will be right here next Friday night at Campbell Field to play another in this playoff series of games. And we hope you'll be here with us in person. And then join us for the replay on Sunday night at 8 o'clock of Corbin Redhound football. Well, a very entertaining night. Slowed down a little on the pace in the second half, but nevertheless, the margin had been established. Whitesburg's only score came by way of a fumble they picked up and ran it in, so otherwise, Corbin pretty well dominates the action here tonight. They win it by 27-6. Thank you for joining us on behalf